Welcome to Social Media Month. I'm Barry Chandler. Today's video is about Facebook content, the types of content that are going to get you the most engagement, the most interaction, and eventually most business. Now let's take a step back from Facebook for a second. There are businesses right here in Columbus, and every week they spend money on advertising, hundreds and thousands of dollars a week on advertising through direct marketing channels, through newspapers, TV, radio, yet ignore the sometimes thousands of Facebook fans that have opted in on their pages, and pages that they maybe don't even control and haven't claimed yet. Thousands and thousands of people have engaged with these businesses, opting in to receive information. And foolish the business owner who continues to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in the hope of attracting customers and ignores the thousands of customers that have already opted in to receive information. So it would be a ridiculous exercise to continue advertising if you never market. So bear that in mind, that the customers have chosen where they want to do business, and Facebook is one of those channels. And it's up to us, if we want to grow our business, to market to them effectively, engage with them, build a relationship, build trust, and ultimately turn them into customers for us. And I'm telling you that that's going to give a far better return on investment than throwing unmeasurable dollars at direct advertising if you don't know exactly who you're hitting with it. So consider that, and certainly that's going to ruffle a few feathers, but I believe that there's a far greater return on investment by analysing and measuring where your customers are and what they want and giving it to them where they want to receive it. So enough of my soapbox, let's go back to Facebook content. Facebook pages offer us an amazing tool to communicate with our customers. They allow them to communicate with us, and they allow us to communicate with them. It's no longer a monologue, it's a dialogue back and forth. And the business owner that doesn't want the dialogue should stay away, but those that do recognise the value of that and pay heed to the statistics that show us that dialogues are important and a human element to a brand can convince us to do business there and can help us if we have a problem. So consider that. So beyond basic status updates, and we've all got personal profiles, and some of you as business owners have a Facebook page for your business, yet you either don't update it, or maybe your updates aren't getting any engagement. So I'm going to talk in this video about a number of different Facebook content types that you can share on Facebook and why they're important. So the first thing is to bear in mind, like I mentioned, is that the audience importance is all important. Facebook's new timeline layout for businesses allows anybody, not just you as an administrator, it allows anybody to see this graphic you see here. It tells you how many people are talking about the brand, how many fans there are, and it shows a graph of the measurement of the number of people who've been talking about the business over time. That's a very quick measurement for a customer who wants to know, is this brand relevant? Is this store relevant? Is this local business relevant? Are they doing anything with their Facebook page? And in fact, they can now see, before they ever post to your Facebook page, if they want, they can see if it's worth posting, if they're going to get any reaction based on the number of people talking about it and the engagement levels on the website. How you on the Facebook page, how you get that graphic, incidentally, is you click on the underneath the cover image on the new Facebook timeline where it shows the number of likes. You click on that and you'll get this image right here. Okay, my smartphone's going crazy. So audience importance is all important. Status updates are something we're obviously very familiar with. We're able to string together a sentence, hopefully, and post it to Facebook, and hopefully we get engagement. It would be certainly the most basic of engagement opportunities on Facebook, yet nevertheless an important one. It's basic text, you'll put it in there and you'll post it, and customers have an opportunity to like, to share, to comment on it. It's very, very simple. Photos are increasingly more important, and the way Facebook has laid out their new timeline has shown us that they believe photos should have pride of place on a Facebook page. The reason they have gone down this road, and something that we're big fans of, is that they believe that there's a story behind a business. There's a rich history, and increasingly there's a visual history that we can share. So we now have the opportunity to use photos to build a history of our business and share that through the timeline feature of our Facebook pages. Facebook are also conscious of the fact that people buy with their eyes. A status update is one thing, but we consume so much information on the day, we glance now. We glance over content, and something that stands out to us is going to get our attention before something that blends into the background. A photo is colourful, it's got impact, and it's something we'd like to engage with. So taking an example here, Homage Teas, they are experts at sharing really engaging content, and photos is obviously a big part of their business. Well, they sell items that are visually appealing, and they want their customers to see what it is they're selling. And a basic status update that would say t-shirts all day, $25, isn't going to get the engagement that a powerful image is. So consider using photos as part of your content strategy on Facebook. With all these different types of content, what we're recommending is bearing in mind who your customer is. Think of how they consume information. Think about what works for your brand best. A bar or a restaurant certainly has many food opportunities and beverage opportunities to share pictures of these things. If you're a retail outlet, you've got opportunities to take pictures of every single item you sell and share it through Facebook. Certainly share it through other channels, which we'll talk about in another video. But sharing that information on Facebook allows somebody to review the item before they ever have to come into the store, and certainly warms them up. So think about how you can use photos in your Facebook content strategy. Another opportunity is the use of videos. So we're always recommending engaging content like photos. Photos certainly as a base for a visual history, but what about videos? All of our smartphones now have that capability to take a short 30-second video. We shot a short 30-second video introduction to a new business that opened recently in Hilliard, which was basically a customer or a staff member walking us through the business for 30 seconds, explaining little things about the business and giving an introduction to that business. It's something really easy to do, but suddenly you've transported your customer or your Facebook fan into the business to see it. They may never have visited it yet. I have visited businesses who have shared things on video with me that opened my eyes to things about the business I had no idea about. So what do you want your customers to know? What do you want them to get an impression of from your content? If all you're posting is sales prices and occasional happy hour specials if you're a business, a bar or restaurant, or if it's a retail outlet, if all you're posting are your sale prices, that's not enough to get people engaged. And customers, bear in mind, don't come to Facebook to be pitched to. They want to be engaged and they want to feel smart enough to make their own decision. Let them join the dots. You just give them the best content that reflects your business, and I guarantee they'll put the pieces together and they'll make the purchasing decision afterwards. So consider video as a vital part of your strategy too. There is no business that doesn't have an employee in it who doesn't have a smartphone with a camera that is 8 megapixels in size, which is far greater than anything we've ever had in such a small little device ever. So consider using that in your Facebook content strategy. Events is another piece of content that you can share. You as a business owner can create an event and you can encourage people to come there. You can invite people personally to attend your event, and when somebody clicks that they'll attend, it'll be shared on their Facebook page. Don't overdo events. And in the past, when we had personal profiles, we used to be able to invite 5,000 people to an event on the Facebook page, and when anybody visited that event page, they would see 5,000 people invited, 3 attending. So don't overdo it. Invite people who you think are going to attend or who you think might be interested, but certainly share the event on your Facebook wall more than just inviting thousands and thousands of people. But events can certainly highlight what's taking place in your business beyond the basic status update. Links are all important, because you may not do all of your business on your Facebook page. Maybe you don't sell anything through your Facebook page in terms of e-commerce. Maybe all your business takes place in a brick and mortar store, or maybe it takes place on a website. In which case, variously, you're going to want to link to the area where you sell things. Don't overdo it with the sales pages. We could talk about 80-20 rules, where we talk about 20% of our content should be related to selling, 80% should be about everything else not related to the business. Here's a very simple rule for how to understand what content should and shouldn't be shared. If you had a customer standing in front of you, what would you talk to them about? What would you share with them? And how would you tell them about events and sales and things you want them to see? Think about that voice and translate that and transfer that voice across to the Facebook page. You wouldn't go into a room having never met any of the people at a party before, go into the party and walk straight across to a girl on the other side and propose to her. You've never met her before. She doesn't know who you are. She has no trust. She has no idea who you are. She wants to learn more about you. Same thing with your customers. Don't try and pitch them as soon as they're a fan. Engage them, build up their trust, they'll come to you eventually. Articles are another great piece of content to share, and it's really easy. Here's an example of Jenny's Ice Cream sharing an article which mentions that 614 magazine did a profile of Jenny in the magazine. Really simple thing to do, and what it is it's curating content from around the web that they didn't have to create. Other people have created the content. And you should have alerts set up, and we'll talk about this in a later video, how to find where your business is being mentioned online. A simple Google alert that alerts you every time some other business or some other website or magazine mentions you online. Simple little link to that article. It also gives proof that other people are mentioning your business and adds to the credibility. Certainly Jenny's doesn't need additional reasons to find credibility locally, but it's a great way to share more information that just didn't come from you originally. So these are some of the ways that you can share content on Facebook. Stay away from just providing one type of content. Stay away from just the status updates. Bear in mind your customers consume information in different ways. And think about what best represents your business. If it's video, if it's a photo, if it is some text, make sure it's compelling. And bear in mind that customers don't come there to be pitched to. And when you are posting your content, consider making it open-ended. Consider posting a photo with a status update that goes with it that says, what do you think of this photo? Who can you identify in this photo? Who wants to buy this dress? Things like that. If it's an open-ended status update, an open-ended post, you're asking your customers, your fans for feedback. We never fail to be amazed by simple responses we'll get to a question like fill in the blank. My favourite thing about blank, about the business is, and then put the blank right after it. Sometimes we get 40, 50, 60 comments on a simple Facebook post like that because it was open-ended and asked for feedback. Don't be surprised if your Facebook page gets no engagement if you don't ask for any engagement. So this is a short overview about Facebook content. We'll be giving you lots more videos with ideas of additional content across different platforms, but I hope this opens your eyes to new forms of content that may best reflect your business, and I'd love to see you put them into place in your business. So for Social Media Month Columbus, I'm Barry Chandler.